the horn, and you can easily remove the cartilage, and it's a hollow horn. We have avoided that process because it's not a very pleasant odor as you cook up the horns, so we have done that for you. The other term for a horn in the Hebrew language is a keren. A keren is more of a solid bone. The horns of the cow, the ox, are referred to in the Torah as a keren, so not a shofar, and therefore is not usable for a shofar. How about the deer? Is the deer a kosher animal? Yes, the deer is a kosher animal. Those horns on the deer? Are those horns on the deer? Yes? Or are they called antlers? They're not really horns, they're not horns that are not usable for shofar. Quite difficult to make any kind of sound out of those antlers. So as we mentioned, the preferred horn to use. I have 7 kids at home to yell at, so please let me save my voice for them. The preferred horn that we use for a shofar comes from a ram or any member of the ram family. Because the ram reminds us of the story of the binding of Isaac and the devotion of Abraham, and therefore when we ask God for a happy and healthy sweet year, we want to remind Him of the devotion of our forefathers throughout our history. So any member of the sheep, the ram, the goat, the mountain goat, or this interesting sheep that I came across in summer, actually grows 4 horns. 2 that are going up, and the 2 that are currently coming down on the side of their head. The shofars we're going to be making today are from sheep or goats. Every horn, as I mentioned, has a different size. And just because you start with a larger horn doesn't mean you're going to end up with a shofar this size. You might. Because it depends where the other side of the hole is, as we'll see in a moment. Has anyone ever made a shofar before?
No.
Okay, you want to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Before we move along with the making of shofar, who knows the different sounds that we make with the shofar? How many sounds do we make with this shofar? Everyone have a chance? How many different sounds do we make with the shofar? 2. 2 sounds? 3? Okay, actually 3 different sounds. Some might say 4 because the first sound, all the way at the end of the sets, we do what is called a tkiya gedolah, which is just a longer tkiya. the 3 sounds are tkiya. Can you say tkiya? Tkiya. The second one is shivarim. Shivarim. And the third one is tiruah. Okay, we will practice. I'll show you a full set of these sounds. The shofar, the sound of the shofar, the blast of the shofar is like the cry of a child. You guys never cry, right? Never, right? The shofar is also like an alarm clock. It's a wake-up call. Does anyone wake up to an alarm clock in the morning?
Oh, yes.
Your mom have to wake you up in the morning to go to school. What do you say?
I don't want to
I don't want to go. Oy, do I really have to get up? Oy, I don't want to go. I want to sleep. I don't want to go to school. Right? You jump out of bed right away. So the cry, there are different types of cries. There's a long sigh, then there's a shorter one, and then sometimes you get so hysterical, so worked up, you're like at the end of the day of school and you really don't want to go back, you want to stay in school another hour and study some more, and you get so worked up and you can't catch your breath.
It's just part of the bone.
Sounds of the shofar represent different types of cries.
Yeah.
The tkiya, as I mentioned, is a long Shivarim are 3 shorter sounds. And who remembers the 3rd sound? Chiruah. And it's a minimum of 9 shorter sounds, like this. And all the way at the end of the set of the lowest sounds of the shofar, we blow a tikiyah, gidolah. Gidolah means long or large. As long as the lungs of the one blowing the shofar can handle. And we'll stop watching. You ready?
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah.
Now, as we move along to actually making a shofar, first step is I am going to show you a sample of how we make a shofar. Please listen carefully, because you will have one chance with a shofar, unless Rabbi Moscow gives me special permission to make a second one. Can we blow the shofar out of this horn? Why not? So how many are going to hold it? I'm going to drill it. Where should I drill? It's right here? Help me? No? The hair at the edge?
Grill.
Get it in over here. It's too pointy. We got to cut it down, but where am I going to cut it down? Should I cut it down? Any ideas?
Cut the tip off.
Cut the tip off, and whereabouts?
10%.
10%? 10% is always good. That's what my mom says about it. The other day, I wasn't careful what I cut. I cut a little too much. We can't get much of a sound out of here. So we got to make sure that we don't cut too far. In order to make sure that we don't cut too far, I'm going to use what they call in modern technology a hanger. I am going to measure the horn. We stick the hanger inside as far as it can go. Can you make sure it's going in all the way? All the way? Yeah?